Hi, I'm Johnny, and this is Comics Altruism, where 100% of our proceeds for the month of May are going to Detroit Dog Rescue. Now, a couple weeks ago, I promised you an Incredible Hulk lot, and this is the day. Unfortunately, this is one of those lots where when I actually got a chance to take a look at them beyond the fuzzy Kijiji photos, I was almost tempted to turn the guy down because of what he was asking and the fact that he would not budge. Eventually, I did make him budge just a little bit by buying another listing that he had shown and saying, like, give me a discount on this lot since I'm buying this one at full price, and that kind of brought the price down for everything. Unfortunately, he knew basically nothing about grading or how condition affects the value of a book. So if you see like a king-sized annual to Incredible Hulk, that's of course, you're going to look at that cover and be like, oh wow, that's worth so much money, man. But it's really not if the cover is torn off and you don't tell your customer that. And then they get it home, they take it out of the bag and realize, oh crap, there was just too much to scan over while I was there to properly assess everything. And I should have known just based on the bags that they were in. I mean, the ones that were in bags, there were no boards in anything. And those bags were just so grimy that, like, when I left, I had to hit up a Tim Hortons and wash my hands. Like, it was just gross. But oftentimes, situations like those can also yield great results, and this just wasn't one of those circumstances. So everything that I'm showing you has been pressed and cleaned to the best of my ability, although they weren't exceptionally dirty. It was just the bags that were dirty. So it all kind of worked out in the end, but unfortunately the coefficient for this lot did end up being 0.39, which is way more than I would want to spend for Comics Altruism. But it's an alright lot, and there's a higher chance of me selling this stuff than anything else I've shown you thus far. So even though the profit margin is significantly lower, it's still the likelihood of selling, you know what I mean. So with no further ado, here's the Incredible Hulk lot I promised. So I misspoke on two things. The first thing was that the king-sized annual is actually a king-size special. The other thing was that it's not like he was a scam artist. Some of the flaws were immediately apparent. And then other things, I was able to press them out. So even though I was a little bit disappointed when I got them home and checked them out, after the press, I realized, okay, well, these aren't that bad. Plus, if you give the front covers a little bit of a buff with a Kleenex or a soft facial tissue, that certainly helps too when it comes to dirty comics. And away we go. We've got 106, 109, 110, 152, 170, 174, 175, 176, 177. There's an extra staple here, and I'm not sure why, because when I took it out and took a look at it, there was really no reason for that other staple, at least according to this bottom staple, because everything is completely intact. No cover detachment or anything. But I left it in there. I don't know why, just in case, I guess. 179 with a massive tape pull up there. Got 185, 196, 202, 213, 215, 216, 222, 232, 242, another 242, 243 with this weird punch in the front cover here, and also all of that. Another 243 in much better condition. I don't know why anybody would punch that out. I was thinking about that after the fact. Either way. 246, 249, 254, 257, 258, 259, 261. Yes, I acknowledge I need a new camera. 263, 265, 268, 270, 273, 274, 275, 276, 278, 279. That's a joyous cover, isn't it? 281, 282, 285, 288, 319, 380, and there's king size annual number 7. And there's the one I was talking about, king size special number 2. It had tape on it for a while. I don't know who removed it because they clearly knew what they were doing. There's no residue. When I take it out of the bag and I feel it, there's no sign that there was tape on there aside from visually. But yeah, the front cover is completely detached. The back cover is hanging on by a couple fibers. So I try not to handle it. Although it is still pretty sweet and intact within. It's just, unfortunately, that cover. And then a special, Incredible Hulk versus Quasimodo. How sweet is that? So there that is. If you want to see the individual grades and prices for each of those books, just go to the eBid store. I've had the link up top there this entire time. So check it out and see if there's anything you might be interested in. And we'll see you next time.